The Fulbright Scholarship pays for everything. It pays for your airplane ticket to and fro. It pays your tuition. It gives you a stipend. It will give you money for your books. It will give you money for your laptops. So it covers. It's a complete package.
Okay. Hiya everyone, you're warmly welcome back to my channel. My name remains Miss Ampofwa and this is the International Student Hub. Over here I vlog about my experience as an international student abroad. Today I bring you another exciting episode. But before we go into today's video, if you have not subscribed, do subscribe to my channel. Today I have with me a friend who is a beneficiary of the Fulbright scholarship. We are here to interact with him to learn more about the scholarship. So my friend, you are warmly welcome to my channel.
Thank you, Ms. Ampofa, and thank you for the opportunity to feature on your channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I am glad that you honored my invitation. Before we go into the video, can you please introduce yourself to my audience? Who are you?
Okay, my name is Tongayi. I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm here at Northern Arizona University studying a professional master's in climate science and solutions. I've been here for 2 months now.
Awesome. How are you liking Flagstaff now?
Flagstaff is awesome. I've been liking it. I'm yet to experience the snow, but so far so good.
Okay, awesome. That's nice. So we are going to go straight into the Fulbright scholarship application. But just a quick one, before coming to Flagstaff, where were you?
Before I came to Flagstaff, I was in Zimbabwe, Chinhoyi University of Technology. That I'm still affiliated with Chinhoyi University of Technology. I was working there as a lecturer, okay. And then I applied for the Fulbright Scholarship and ended up here.
Awesome. So over there, what was your major?
I'm into ecology, particularly aquatic ecology. I studied forest resources and wildlife management for an undergrad, and then I've been working a lot in aquatic ecology and climate change, adaptation, mitigation, etc. The impacts on biotic communities, etc.
That's a lot of things I don't understand. But hey, what we are more interested in is the Fulbright Scholarship. So what is the Fulbright Scholarship?
So a Fulbright Scholarship is a cultural exchange program between the United States of America and other countries. So the United States of America sends students from America to other countries. Okay. And other countries, they send students or scholars or researchers from their countries also to America. So it's an exchange program where you go and learn what you're learning, but in the process get to exchange cultures and learn about the different cultures.
Okay. So to apply for the scholarship, do you have to be a student or you just need to be in academia?
You don't have to be a student in particular to apply. The requirement is that you must have a first degree.
Okay.
Okay. And so Fulbright has got a number of different programs. There are those who want to go to school to learn. There are those who want to do research. Okay. There are those who want to do postdoctoral work. So there are those who want to learn particular things and specialize on particular areas. So it has got a whole array of programs that you can enroll in and that you can apply for. But you don't have to be particularly a student at that time when you're applying.
Okay. Okay. So I was thinking then you should be affiliated to an institution.
Yes, in a way, you must be affiliated. Okay. I'm affiliated to Chinhoyi University of Technology. Okay. The affiliation, I think, has to be in different capacities. I've seen here when they talk a lot about exchange students, there are these exchange programs where students are coming in during a particular program that they started in their home country. Yeah. So I think I just had to put that difference here, that you don't necessarily need to have started a particular program in your home country. Okay. But yes, you in most of Fulbright programs, you have to be affiliated to an institution.
Did you hear about the Fulbright Scholarship?
Okay, so the Fulbright Scholarship at our university, the Fulbright itself advertises through its different platforms, its different channels, and through different embassies in different countries.
Okay.
Here in America, the department, the State Department, it's called the State Department. And then in our home countries, it also reaches out to universities, because we do have this relationship with universities and the embassies. And so they advertise, they sent an advert, and for me, they sent an advert through our university, and I responded to that advert.
So then who is eligible to apply?
Anyone with at least a first degree. So if you have got a first degree, you might have a first degree, you might have a master's degree. If you have a first degree, you might want to do a master's. If you've got a master's degree, you might want to do a PhD. If you've got a PhD, you might want to do a postdoctoral study. So it's almost anyone who's got at least a university degree.
Okay. So what is needed to make the application? So when you were doing your application, what were some of the materials they requested?
Okay, so when I applied, basically they ask for material that identify you, that should be obvious, but they also ask for your academic transcripts. So if you say you have a degree, where is the material that shows that you have a degree?
Okay.
Basically that's it. They were not asking for so many difficult things out of this world that you don't know where to find.
Okay. Okay, so basically your degree certificate, first degree certificate, your transcript. Do you write any essays, say statement of purpose? What are some of the essays?
Definitely, you write a statement of purpose, but that's possibly at most a 2-page document.
Okay.
Just detailing what you intend to do. If you are to go to United States of America, what would you like to study?
Okay.
What motivates you to do that kind of thing?
Okay.
So definitely that's part of the process.
Okay. So why did you choose Northern Arizona? And also, is it that you applied to Northern Arizona, you got admissions, and then later you applied to the Fulbright, or the Fulbright scholarship actually sent you to NAU?
So the Fulbright scholarship works in this way. You indicate where you want to go. So they will ask you, so which are the universities you want to go to when you do your application. So you can indicate about 3 universities and the programs they're offering. So for me, I indicated Northern Arizona University because I was particularly looking for the climate change program.
Okay.
I was for a climate science program.
Okay.
So Northern Arizona University properly packaged their program. So because it's climate science and solutions.
Okay.
So I was particularly looking for that. So
yeah.
What will give me the solutions to the climate problems that we're faced with? So it was not very difficult to locate and choose Arizona amongst many universities.
Okay.
Because most of the programs that were being offered had to be climate and this climate and all, but I really wanted this one that seemed to speak into the solutions to go with the climate science program.
Okay, so you listed 3 universities, and how did you end up here?
I listed 3, and I got my first one, my first option.
Okay.
So what Fulbright does is after you go through their program, their interviews, and they've accepted that they will pay for you, they are the ones who actually do the application to the university.
Oh.
Okay. So they do the application already indicating that we will sponsor this person.
Okay.
And so the university responds to Fulbright, and then Fulbright responds to you.
Okay. Would you say the Fulbright scholarship is very competitive?
Oh my! The Fulbright scholarship is very competitive. It's one of the world's most prestigious scholarships in the first place, and it's very competitive. But you're looking at basically 20% of the applications going through. Okay. So while it's competitive, it has got lots of capacity. Okay. And it does take in a lot of people. I'm quick to put this disclaimer because I don't want to scare people from applying. Okay. So it's competitive, it's prestigious. We expect that if you are going through the Fulbright, you know what you're doing. But the Fulbright is open for as many applications as for instance, I know people usually ask about the GPA if you're going to apply for the Fulbright.
Yeah.
It does not have a clear-cut GPA that says if you have got this GPA, don't apply.
Okay.
But of course, people with a higher GPA, I have got a higher chance, of course.
Yeah. In the application, is there a place where they ask your experience in the field?
So the Fulbright has got interviews.
Okay.
And in the interviews, like I said, it's a cultural exchange program.
Okay.
So it really does count when you're talking about yourself, when you are in the interview, to your experience. What have you experienced?
Okay.
Your experiences in the broad spectrum of the culture of your country.
Okay.
Your experiences, your aspirations. So they really do count. Ideally, you don't want to be that kind of person who is just narrow, who just wants to talk about your small background in separate from the rest of the world and the rest of your community. But you just need an appreciation of your culture, of where you are coming from. These are your natural experiences in your home country. So there shouldn't be something that really gets you worried.
Okay. All right. So now we want to make this personal. Coming back to you, how did you apply? Was it an online application?
For me, it was an online application.
Okay.
Most of the things you do on Fulbright are online.
Okay.
So you just I think people must not be scared of online. That's where the world has gone.
Okay.
And everything was online. And I also applied during the COVID era.
So can you walk us through the application process? Did you have to create a portal? What were some of the things you had to upload to their system?
So what you do when you are applying is as soon as you usually there's a link on these adverts. You click on the link, it takes you to this place, and of course they will start by asking you personal questions to create a portal, like you said, so that you have got an application number, etc., etc.
Okay.
You put up all that kind of information, and as soon as you do that, then the application process continues. So what are your qualifications? Okay. So where do you intend to start? Which program are you applying for? Because like I said, there are a number of programs that Fulbright offers. So I'm applying for this. At which university do you want to go? And then they will ask you all those kind of things. Highest level of education, and what are, if you say I've got a PhD, so where is the accompanying document? So if you want, what program do you want to study? I want to study this program. And if you study it, so where is the statement of purpose?
Okay.
So it's a very interactive process that you can do. But I don't think it's I'm just trying to recall off my head. I don't think you have to do everything in one session.
Okay.
Okay. So you can start your application. If you discover there is something you need to go back and work on and find, you go back and you take it into print.
Okay. All right. So around what time did you apply?
I applied around April, I think. It was April 2021, I suppose. Was it 2020? It was yes, somewhere. I remember the deadline was an April deadline.
Okay.
Yes.
So it was a last minute application. You're like, let me just turn it in.
No. Not like that. But yes, it was. I think it was an April deadline, and I should have applied around about that time. Usually, you, of course, as soon as when you see these things, you ask around, you talk with people. You don't usually just get an advert and you jump in. Yeah, that's why I'm saying maybe should have been some. They have a deadline of April, May, about.
So when do they open the applications?
So they open different applications at different times.
Okay.
So if you go online right now, for your particular country, you will find what programs are open at that particular time.
Okay.
So for this particular one, I think they will open from March to April or so, or to May. That's when they usually open. And then there was another one that was advertised later for postdocs, and there was so they've got these different open
Okay.
things at different times.
I think I will go ahead and attach their link to this video. So in the description, you see the link, and then you can go there and then find more information about the Fulbright scholarship, which will be helpful to you, especially prospective applicants. So then about the program, is it any program at all that they sponsor? Must it be STEM related, or it doesn't matter? Any program at all, you can apply and then get it.
They sponsor different kinds of programs.
Okay.
I have not read their statement on that seemed not to include particular programs.
Okay.
But I've seen people apply from different fields.
Okay.
I'm in STEM myself.
Okay.
I've seen people from the arts
Okay.
field.
Okay.
I've seen people who are doing fashion apply. So they do take people from different fields. You just need to know which program you're applying on and what exactly you want to achieve.
Okay, awesome. I, for instance, I had no idea about the Fulbright scholarship, so I'm really glad we are having this conversation. Yeah. So with the Fulbright scholarship, the kind of degrees or the kind of programs you guys pursue, are they necessarily do they necessarily have to be degree-seeking programs or non-degree?
I know the Fulbright does support a lot of degree-seeking programs.
Okay.
But basically, if you need a degree, you can apply. If you need to do research, postdoc, etc., you can also apply.
Okay. So going back to your application, when you applied in April, when did you hear back from them?
Yeah, it takes a while now. I applied in April, I think, but and then we kept having this back forth interaction, because the next thing after a while they said you need TOEFL exams
Okay.
for English,
Yeah.
and then you need GRE exams,
Yeah. Okay.
and then they pay for that.
Okay. Oh,
So
nice.
they pay for all that, and I wrote my TOEFL and passed the first time. And I wrote my GRE, and let me share this with the audience so
Okay.
that it can help someone.
Okay.
And I didn't do so well the first time.
Okay.
And so GRE will send you you will see your results to send to them. And they wrote to me and said, Fulbright said, don't you want to rewrite your GRE? We'll pay for it. And I said,
Okay.
I do. So I rewrote my GRE, and then they still paid for that. And then the final letter of admission came in the next year, I think, after almost 11 or 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah, but in between there was preparation for TOEFL, preparation for GRE, etc.,
Okay.
which is all part of the process. But the final letter that said, you have got it,
Okay.
and you are going to NAU, I think came after a year or so.
Wow, awesome. So within that period, was there a way for you to track your application to know that it is at a review or a decision has been made or something? Was there a way you could track it just to be hopeful? Because I'm not sure I would be really patient waiting for 12 months. Or you were writing back and forth.
I think the whole idea that they were in communication
Okay, that's good.
kept me going. Yeah.
And one question I forgot to ask, but I think it's not too late to chip that in. Is it which countries are eligible? So is it because so far you are the second person I know coming from southern part of Africa. I've not met anyone from West Africa or other parts of Africa benefiting from this scholarship. So I was just thinking probably it's something for the South people.
No, not at all. I have not read the list of countries that can participate.
Okay.
But I've seen people from all over.
Okay.
I know I'm in class with someone from Egypt.
Egypt. Okay.
I'm sure if you want to see the programs in your country, you just type Fulbright Zimbabwe. If
Okay.
you're from Zimbabwe like me, Fulbright Ghana,
Okay.
Fulbright Nigeria, and you can see what it's offering. I would like to think this program is very wide and broad, and
Okay.
incorporates many countries.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So going back to your case, after you made the application, at what time did you go for your interview? And at the interview session, what were the questions that you asked?
Okay. After the application, I think the interview came after a month or so. Um, the kind of questions they are asking, very simple questions, you know.
Okay.
But these are the same questions that frustrate people. Tell us about yourself. Why would you want to participate in this program?
Okay.
Those kind of questions. So, what would you bring in as a different culture?
Okay.
Basically, those are the kind of questions they ask. Very simple questions, but I understand a simple question like "tell us about yourself" can be frustrating.
Yeah. So that question, how did you answer? Tell us about yourself, because it can be very like frustrated, even though it's a simple question. Like you go for an interview and they tell us about yourself. Some people will just mention their names and their favorite food. So what did you actually say?
That's a very tricky question. But here's the thing. A tell us about yourself question is, it requires you to do a number of things. But the first basic one is it's a summary. It's a whole life summary of you. Okay. Specializing though on your skills and your abilities.
Okay.
And what you bring in, which is very different.
Okay.
So you will be, if you are like me, for example, if you ask me right now to tell me about yourself.
Tell me about yourself.
Hey, Tongayi here. An MSc Climate Science and Solutions student. I've a background I have a PhD in aquatic ecology. I have an undergrad in forest and wildlife. I've worked a lot on climate research and science. Therefore, that is why I applied for the program. I have background working in teams, collaborating with other people. I've worked on projects sponsored by UK Research Innovation, Global Climate projects with people from different countries, more than 30 countries, more than 10 countries. In one project where the Overcome project, we looked at how we can capacitate communities to deal with hazards. And in that project, I was the liaison between government departments, project team members, and it helped me develop my communication skills.
Okay.
In the future, I look forward to, so you must remember to include what you look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay, I look forward to working with more people who are interested in climate science, who are interested in climate mitigation, adaptation, greenhouse gas inventories. Yeah, and if you do have some time and you really want to know more about me, I'm available to answer any questions.
Wow.
So I've just told you about myself.
Yes.
I've told you who I am. I've told you my qualifications. I've told you what I've done, my skills. Yeah. I've told you what I hope to achieve in a short space of time. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. That's really, I'm actually learning. I think I should be applying for the scholarship too. Okay, that's really like insightful, because this question puts a lot of people in trouble. But away from that, what are some of the benefits? So after you went for your interview, a year later you got the offer that you won the scholarship, what did it come with? Do they just pay for the tuition or all other things?
The Fulbright Scholarship pays for everything. It pays for your airplane ticket to and fro. It pays your tuition. It gives you a stipend. It gives you a living adjustment. To call it that, a settling in fee. It will give you money for your books. It will give you money for your laptops. So it covers. It's a complete package.
Okay.
But generally, it does not have fixed fund amounts.
Okay.
Because people go to different states.
Oh.
So the amount of money you get has to do with how expensive it is in your state.
Okay.
If you're in a state that's expensive, they'll give you more. If you're in a state that's not as expensive, it will also be less.
Okay. Oh, that's really interesting and thoughtful of them, because some states, the cost of living is really like high. So,
like flex stuff, right?
Like so can you give us like just like a raw figure? Is it like a monthly stipend they give you, or it comes like quarterly, how do they pay?
They give you a monthly stipend.
Okay.
So they will pay your fees when it's due. It's your responsibility to go to the offices that need to pay the fees.
Okay.
And then they will give you a monthly stipend.
Okay.
And you are going to have to be to know how to use it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're looking at maybe $1,500
Okay.
or so.
That's really good, because normal graduate assistantships here from various departments across the states normally receive around 1,200, 1,300. So 1,500 is really good. Like it's really good, especially living in Flagstaff here. I mean, your rent can take half of that money.
if not 2/3.
Yeah, 2/3 actually. Yeah. All right. So those are really like good benefits. That once you are done with the program, you have to go back to your country. How true is that?
That applies. Like I said, Fulbright is a cultural exchange program. So basically, when you come on a Fulbright scholarship, you come on a visa.
J1 visa.
J1 visa.
Okay.
Yes, and that one already has regulations
Yeah.
on its own that say you must at least spend 2 years in your home country before you can apply for another visa in the US.
Okay, I see. All right, awesome. So then, so far, how would you describe the experience moving all the way from Africa to study here?
The experience has been amazing. The experience is beautiful. I mean, I've been here for 2 months, and it's every step of the way I've been like surprised. Like, okay, this is how it is here. For example, I like the way the level of commitment and engagement from both the students and the faculty. I also like this whole idea of how I've been saying to myself, the university runs a lot on student labor, which gives many opportunities for students to find jobs and be able to supplement their income and be able to have something to eat, wear, etc. But also, which makes the students very responsible. I think for me, most of the students here, I find them very responsible, and so it's been amazing. I've enjoyed seeing the new culture, the commitment to work, the ability of the students to balance their own work and classwork, the diversity of programs.
Wow, awesome. We are so happy to have you here. I'm an international student myself, don't mind me.
and also now that you've mentioned yourself, this ability. So I've liked the community here.
Yeah.
I've liked the communities within the community.
Okay.
The ability of African Students Association to come together and become a community within the community and support each other.
Yeah.
Black Students Association, etc.
Yeah.
So there is so much for me. I think there's so much support for new people, for students in general.
Bringing the interview to an end, what is your advice to prospective applicants?
Number one, don't be scared to apply. Please do apply. Okay? Please do apply. Many people just decide not to apply, and I think that just defeats. They get defeated in their mindset before they start. So do apply. For me, when I applied, I had to then think about because I was already working and I'm still affiliated with the university back home. I had to think about, will they release me after I've applied? And so I could have simply said, well, they won't release me, they won't allow it. But I applied, and then after I applied at my institution and said, I've gotten this offer with Fulbright. May you please release me? And they were willing to release me. So first of all, apply. Number two, when you apply, after you've applied, know what's in your personal statement. Know your personal statement, what you're putting in there, what motivates you. And when you do your personal statement, don't just be technical. Tell a story. Okay. So this is a cultural exchange program. So tell a story. What have you experienced? What are your experiences? And how do those experiences link to what you want to do? Okay. So these guys are reading many applications basically looking the same and sounding technical. Choose me because I'm like this, I'm like this. But what's your story and what sets you apart?
Okay.
So you must be able to tell a story when you apply.
All right.
Okay. Be confident. Just have an appreciation of your country, your culture, where you're coming from, and just have this ability to accept diversity and the fact that there are other people out there who may be different from you, but you celebrate them and you like them.
That's nice. People may be different from you, but you should accept them, appreciate them, and then also celebrate them. These are powerful words. Thank you so much. It's been an honor having you on my channel. Like having a whole professor on my channel, guys. Guys, we are getting there. We are there. But what are your final words? Any shout outs to family, friends watching? I know your wife will watch us.
Big shout out to family. I miss you. Of course, I like this place. But I do miss you. Yeah, I do. I really do. Big shout out to you. I love you. Yeah. Please make sure to subscribe and follow this channel. It's a good channel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Audience, we are grateful for staying glued and then watching us. We hope that you have learned a thing or two. You pass this video on to friends and then encourage them to apply to the Fulbright Scholarship. Thank you so much for having time for us. On this note, we would like to say adios. Bye bye.
Bye bye.